Good evening, everyone. Today's March 18th, 2011. We have a breaking news report this evening. Uh, the first Japanese radioactive particles reached the U.S. West Coast. But of course, the UN officials are claiming that they're a billion times beneath the danger levels. The first particles have spewed from the wrecked Fukushima power station, and they have officially hit the U.S. West Coast today. UN diplomatic sources are saying. The Southern California readings, though, that we're getting, they're saying that they're about a million times beneath the levels that would be health threatening. They say this is a billion times beneath the levels that would be health threatening, but we also have to look at what precautionary measures are we going to take in order to protect ourselves and to protect our families. What's the plan? You know, in a lot of our areas, certain parts of the country, we have to deal with hurricanes. Certain parts of the country, we have to deal with tornadoes, and other types of weather. But how do you deal with radioactive particles that are in the air? A lot of people are buying gas masks, anti radiation pills, and even hiding at pet shelters. Um, the UN nuclear agency is describing this situation as worrying but yet stable. This is the same thing they said in Japan, folks. This is the first thing that was said. Well, the situation in Japan right now is worrying, but we believe we can get it under control. And unfortunately, this wasn't the case. In fact, today, when the um, the prime minister, who's in charge of the radiation plants, in charge of taking care of these situations, when he officially reported that the radioactive particles are not only are they spreading, but that they don't have it under control. That right now they're actually trying to build a cement barrier to basically bury the nuclear plant in order to keep the radioactive particles from escaping. Um, President Obama has appealed for calm, and he's saying that this is not something to worry about. In fact, I'm not even too sure if this is being actually talked about in the news, but this is real. This is a real news report claiming that, in fact, radioactive particles have reached the U.S. West Coast tonight, March 18th, 2011. We're just going to have to see how this all plays out. But as soon as I get more information on what you can do in order to prevent being contaminated by these radioactive particles, I'll be sure to pass that on. For some of us on the East Coast, we may not have to worry about this yet, but for the people in the West Coast of the United States, which is particularly in Southern California, we're definitely going to have to look at this situation and come up with a strategy. Um, right now, it states, literally having no budget and no money to take care of certain things. The one thing that we do fear is martial law coming into effect. We don't know how or if people will begin to panic once this news spreads. But in fact, reports are confirming once again that radioactive particles have reached the U.S. West Coast. Um, Again, folks, they're saying that this is a billion times beneath danger levels. I don't know how they come up with this number, but it is in fact has been detected in the Southern California area, and hopefully this does not worsen by tomorrow. Um, the situation in Japan right now, it's all based on media speculation, and it's based on trying to calm the masses so that we don't get into worldwide panic. But we do need to start taking this seriously. We do need to stop being in a mindset of, well, this is just all conspiracy, or this is not real, this is not happening. But in fact, folks, this is happening, and we do need to take some precautionary measures. Um, for those of you who did not know, tomorrow, March 19th, 2011, is the supermoon, which many people have believed to have caused a lot of this crazy weather that's put Japan in this situation in the first place. For more information, please visit supermoonweather.com, Again, that's supermoonweather.com, so you can get more information and be educated on what exactly is happening March 19th with this supermoon that's happening Saturday of March 19th, 2011. Again, for more information on anti-radiation devices, pills, gas masks, and certain things that you can do, please visit supermoonweather.com. Thanks again for tuning in, folks. Bye-bye.